I got this new reader I bought on the internet. Goes around your neck like this. That's pretty cool, man. I haven't used it. I don't know how. I'm looking at my. See, let's look at this here. I'm going to look at you. I'll look at. So I'm going to look at the camera here. See, I'll look at that up there now. I can see my camera. See, this is a whole different world, people. A whole different world when you're looking at your phone. Oh, man, who are these people that invented this? This is a whole new victory for the phone companies. Oh, the phone companies got to get this. Yeah, this is nice. Because I'm not looking at mine now. If I look at myself, all I can see is myself with this on it, right? But if I look at this and something else on my phone without looking at me, like this, I'm looking at like this on my phone. And I'm looking through this glass and I can see my phone, man. It's like it's real. It's like three-dimensional. It's weird, man. You gotta get one and see what I'm talking about. I get this on Amazon. I think that's where it's from. Let's see. Find out where this came from. UPS, Troy, New York, UPS, tracking. This is only for tracking. But it doesn't tell you where it came from. Ah, darn it. See, I don't know where these companies come from. All of a sudden they show up and with no labels. No labels. They can't tell you. They're not a company. What I think is what happens is, this is what I think is happening. There's these factories that produce all this stuff and they can't sell it. Something happens, they think it's going to go really viral and everybody's going to buy them. They don't. So they got thousands of them. So they put them all in this big, huge factory somewhere, store them and all that. Some company comes along and buys everything that's in the factory and then puts it on the internet for, they buy everything at like a nickel on a dollar. Everything that you have in that costs $1, I'll give you a nickel for. And people do it because they've been sitting there for years and years and years, and it's so much of it, it adds up to, hundreds and thousands of millions of dollars, So then they take and put it on the internet, and you spin the wheel, and you get $300 off. And so they give you the retail price of what it would have been if it was on the market, and what they can sell it for hardly anything that they bought it for. And that's how they run these scams. They're not a scam, but because this one's worth it. Once in a while you get one that you like and it's really worth it. But half of them, I use the motors and they're done in 2-3 days. Can't use them anymore because they're burnt out. Or they're stripped. The gear's stripping them or something like that. You have to have maintenance on them, and all that. A lot of they break easy. So, anyways, I'm impressed with this. Now, I'm going to open up some more, so I'm going to put it on pause. And when I look terrible today. I got up, I said, just see, it's today's day I'm going to die. Oh, wow. I got up staggering today. And jeez, man, I thought it was going to get better. I think I will, though. I just having a bad day, a couple of bad days. I've been hungry, too, for real. Somehow I've been real hungry. But I can't, and then I fix it, and I can't eat it. Isn't that weird? I'm hungrier than Dickens, man. And I fix a big meal, I even make a video on it and all that. Bring it in, pull it to the side, and look at it and say, I ain't hungry now for some reason. And then the next morning I wake up, I'm either sleeping on it or sitting on it or it's on the floor upside down or whatever. Good God, I tell you, an old man, 75 years old, and you got to be cognizant of everything that's around you. You set something down and then you go do something else, you come back, and you decide you're going to sit down. So you sit down and you say, what did I just sit on? Ah, shit, my plate of food. Oh, damn it. And there it is. This is what you go through. I'm documenting what an old man goes through. I don't know if it's every old man, but I'm an old man, so maybe there's other old men out there like me, and I can hip you. Or you're going to head on into your 60s and 70s and 80s. I'm heading for my 80s. I'm halfway there. Oh, man, I'm halfway there. I'm 75. I got 5 more years. I was 70, then I'm 70 and a half now. 75, 70 and a half towards 80. I mean, I know I'm thinking weird, so don't think about how I'm thinking. So I'm not making sense to myself. But anyways, that is it right there. I'm showing you what I got. I got this thing goes around your neck. And you can make it any shape. I mean, I could put it around my body if I wanted to. Put my arm through it, you know. And have it to the side and use it like that or something. Or have it over here to the side or something. I'm thinking all kinds of things I can do with this. I hope it's going to make it. Oh, I wonder what it's going to be like watching TV. Will I be able to see finally the letters on the TV? I can't see the. I don't know where. Come on now. You're going to make me crawl and beg and all this other stuff for it to be true. I just like to read. Oh, well, there's something I can read. Well, I can't. It's got to be darker. Daily Mass. What time is it?
Yet, despite her fear,
Daily Mass I had on. Oh, it must be I didn't finish it. I was digging Michael Jackson because he's got a I'm bad, I'm bad, bad, you know, and I'm doing it. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I'm doing the opposite of what he does. I got angel wings on. I got his beat though. I'm using his beat, and as he's singing, I'm over singing him. I'm singing over him. You know, the same beat and the same rhythm, the whole works, man. But I'm changing the words while I'm doing it. You'll see it. I'm going to put it on the internet. It's only 30-second intervals or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I can show him or not. The music could be in the background, though. It could just be music that I had on while I was making a video, so I can't know what he can get me for anything. And I'm not doing it for money anyway, so I'm doing it for charity. All the water wells in Kenya, all the poor little babies being eaten by the alligators down there. Alligators, crocodiles. Alligators are small compared to these things. They're 30 feet long, weigh more than my Ford Ranger truck. And bigger than it, too. Longer. I saw 20 guys trying to move one of those crocs down there in Kenya. 20 guys. At least 20. There's more, even more than that. They're little guys, so I mean, they're, from that country, down around there, they're small people. But there's 20 of them. And they had ropes tied around him. They had tied his mouth shut. But he had his claws dug into the ground. And you weren't going to move him. He said, you ain't moving me. Nobody's moving me. And they all were pulling and tugging. He had his claws in the ground, and he started swishing his tail, and they all hightailed. They got away from the rope and everything, because if that tail hits you, you got a broken leg. That's how hard, big, and monstrous these things are. And they grab your children while they're getting a bucket of water. They scope them out for weeks, maybe months, maybe even longer than that. I don't know. So that'd be a good meal someday when I'm real hungry. I know what he does. Oh, when the sun comes up over the horizon over there, he gets his water. Okay, tomorrow when the sun starts coming up, I'll go over there and lay under the water. It's all milky, muddy. You can't see nothing. I feel his vibrations. He comes right next to me. I'll grab him. I got me a baby monkey. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. And he's screaming and hollering, and it excites all the rest of them. And they all jump in the water, and they come tearing his arms off and his legs off. He's screaming, "Mommy, Mommy, help me. They're eating me. They're eating me." And Mommy's on the shore with her little daughter, and they're crying their eyes out. Fall over a bucket of water because we're sending all of our money to the stars. $71 billion to go to Mars. And we got all these people on the riverbanks dying from diseases and diarrhea and drinking that mud milk water, scraping the turds away before they get a bucket. And we're sending our money to the stars, which we'll never be able to inherit because you got to take care of your own first before you try to go into God's kingdom. God's kingdom is unreachable. You have to be holy to get there. And if you're not holy, you'll never get there. Because it's 10 lifetimes away. The closest planet that's like Earth is 10 lifetimes away. In other words, 10 generations of your children would have to grow up and have children. They'd have to grow up and have children, and you'd be on a spaceship going to that planet, that mansion that Jesus talked about. In my Father's kingdom, there are many mansions. And what's a mansion? Well, the temple is what I'm in right now. You are in it. That's the temple of God. You know, he put a spirit, a soul in us. That's why we have communion. The body and the blood nourishes the soul inside of us, and the soul grows. When the soul grows, it grows to a certain point. It gets to be holy, and it blooms into the kingdom of God. That's what we are. We're pollywog worms, man. We're caterpillars. And now we're being nurtured by God's word if we listen to it. And if we read it, if we ask for God for faith, because you have faith, I don't have it. Well, ask for it. I had to. I begged for it. How about you? You want to beg for it? What's your orbit, man? Is it around the sun? Think about it. What's your orbit? Where are you getting your vibes from? You are who you hang out with. If you hang around with scum, you'll be scum. You hang around with holiness, you'll be holy. All behaviors learned to enact others. You are who you hang out with. So go to the bar and hang out there and see how you start acting. See what type of diseases you pick up. And how you get cirrhosis of the liver and you're smoking and everything else. And year after year after year after year, like it happened to my uncle. He got so old. Everybody loved him. Oh, he bought everybody everything. He was his. If you want to go to church, his church was Mary's Bar. That's where he hung out. He had a seat there and everything every day. Every day, retirement, there would be my uncle sitting there. And he'd have his cronies. They'd come out, "Hey, Jim, how you doing, man?" Sit down, and he'd buy him a drink. You know? They'd have a drink. You know? Then the next person, he had all kinds of friends. He'd leave the bartender a $20 bill, you know. Everybody loves him, you know. Then he started getting all day long. And everybody started going, "I don't know about this. I don't think it's worth $20 tip. Listen to that all day." Ask him to leave. Now he's home, coughing and choking on his own. They didn't want him at the bar anymore. Oh, he was the life of the bar, too. They had Speedies. They cooked the Speedies. He had a buddy that was cancer. He had cancer, and he had no place to go. He retired. I don't know if he got fired or laid off or something from Lynx, because he worked for my uncle. That's how he knew him. So he let him stay on an old wood bench couch, like in his house. It was a place to sleep, So he'd come, he'd sleep there at night, go to the bar and during the day and sell his speedies. He had a little speedy skewer and stuff. They bought meat, and that's how he made his money. They sold speedies and all that stuff. And they were the life of the party. And then they got sick. And once you get sick, that's it. It's a matter of 6 months, less than a year. I've been hanging on pretty good because I'm a strong guy. I'm strong and robust. I declare how just as God, my strength in whom there's no wrong. So I just say, glory be to God, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, all one. Glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Oh, man, I'm on my way out, people. These are my last days. I had a dream, a daydream. I was 70 years old 5 years ago. And I asked God, I said, God, I want 70 years. You tended to me. You got me through college. I was a 9th grade dropout and all that stuff. Old story. And you came into my life and I changed. 21 years old. My life started changing. And I got better and better, and every day it's line upon line, here a little, there a little, and now here I am in the eve of my life. Baby blooming boomer. What do they call them? Baby boomers? Baby boomer bloomer. I'm making this stuff up, people, so give me a break. Creating a story here for you. So I'm a baby boomer bloomer. Say that real fast. Baby boomer bloomer. Baby bloomer bloomer. But no, a baby bloomer. What? A baby boomer bloomer. Come on, man. Can I get my head together? A baby boomer bloomer. 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 I can make a song out of that, baby. I don't know. Am I entertaining? I hope I am. At least I'm entertaining to myself, because I put these on the shelf. I don't come back for months. I forgot I made them. And then I said, I made this. Oh, what am I doing? And then I'm cracking jokes and doing all kinds of stuff and, and getting into it and all that. I'm going, I made this? Oh, who did that? Who took me over and made this? I don't remember making this. Typical human being, blaming it on somebody else, Narcissist. You narcissist. That's what narcissists do. They take the situation that they did to you, and then they turn it all around that you did it to them. They make what they did to you what you did to them. They're good at it, too. And they're never sorry about anything. Never. Never sorry. Never say they're sorry. Never. So, they're all right. They're always right, They're the ones being persecuted. They don't look at what you're going through. 25 years, no sex. You know what I'm going through? My back teeth are floating, man. 25 years. I did it for Jesus. You have to do it. You know that you got to do it, and it's going to be hard. So you find a worthy cause and be celibate to God. And it's been a journey, people. You wouldn't believe what I've been through to be celibate. Temptations I could have done and didn't do. Jeepers. I got in a situation one night, just to tell you, one that was really almost got me. I was drinking, not a lot, but I was drinking. I was at a party, outdoor party. And there was this girl, she was cooking the chicken or something on the grill, So I walked up to her and I started talking to her. She says, "Oh, aren't you Jimmy's buddy there?" I said, "Yeah," because I was invited to the picnic. She didn't know me. She was the first time she met me. She started a conversation with me. And I says, "Yeah, who are you?" And he said, "Oh, I'm his next door neighbor. I live in this house here. That's my husband." And I looked over and I was like, "Oh, I know him. What's the matter with him? How come what is he?" "Oh, he's drunker. He's drunk. He's out cold. He's sleeping." That's what he does that all the time. He'll be out for hours. He'll just be laying there like that. I go, "Oh, really?" Huh. So I start talking to her. And then the conversation got to be something about how did it evolve? It evolved into where she said, "Oh yeah, he's out cold." She says, "Do you want to jump my bones?" She said that to me. She says, "You want to jump my bones?" Like that, right? And I said to her, looking at her, she wasn't bad looking, but I've never been asked that before. I was looking at her, and the temptation, the devil's in her saying, "Oh man, she's horny, Mike or Bill." I'd say, I'm talking to my brother Mike now. He don't listen too much to my stories, but once in a while, one slips in there, and like this right here, this is gonna be on the video, right? So he'll be able to hear it. So I go, "She wants me to jump her bones." I'm looking around. Everybody's not really paying too much attention to me, They don't really know what's going on because she's not shouting it out or anything. She's just talking to me. I've had women come up and blow smoke right in my face and say, "Well, light my cigarette. You have a light?" And I light her cigarette, and then she's inhaling, and she go, right in my face. Like, "Come and get some, you hunk." I've had women do that to me, and I've been celibate. Not cheating on my wife or anything like that, too, before I was celibate. I had those type of temptations, Those are just a few of them, Some the ones I can tell you on the internet. I laugh at them now because, they're just something that the devil tried to do to me. It didn't work. So anyway, she says, "Yeah, I want to jump my bones." "Oh, I want you to jump my bones." She's looking at me, and I'm looking at her. And I don't know. I had a lot. I don't know where the grace of God came over me. And I didn't say anything. I just walked away. She never bothered me. Just walk away. When stuff happens like that to you, don't try to dialogue. Because in dialoguing, it can get worse. Just as soon as you see that the devil wants your soul, walk away. Walk away. He can't stop you saying, "Hey, stop it." Not unless he's got the cops on you and they got you down on the ground and they're got your head in the ground and they're putting cuffs on you and being real rough with you. That's a different story. That's usually if you did do something. Because once you do something, then the devil can take control. He can beat the shit out of you. Because you sinned. That's why the Catholic Church came up with that new law for elderly people that sin. They can't make it to a priest or anything like that. They can say the act of contrition, say the act of contrition with true sorrow in their heart. And it'll be like they went to confession and they don't have sin on their soul. But they have to go to confession and sacramental as soon as possible. But if they were to die or something were to happen to them between that time, they would be forgiven of their sin. They would have. That's what the magisterium of the Catholic Church instituted for women and men over 65 that are sick. Like me. I got long COVID. I can't get out of bed. I want to. And sometimes I get up and I say, "Oh, maybe this is it. I can do it." And then I start, "Oh, shit. Got to go to the bathroom. Oh, I got to pee. Oh, why is it happening? As soon as you stand up, you got to pee. I don't know what it is. You're laying down, and then you stand up, and all that weight goes to the bottom. And, oh, it's a 20-foot dash to the toilet seat. 20-foot dash to the toilet seat. Can I make? Yeah, it's about 20 feet. I want to see about 15. No, it's about 30 feet to the toilet seat. 30-foot run to the toilet seat. Off in the distance, a plop could be heard. But beware, my children, for a flying turd. Oh, boy. I damaged your kids' ears. Oh, that's me. All them old jokes. My dad could sit down. He had 500 of them. And he could remember every one of them. I had to write them down on a paper plate. And then when I wrote them down, I went back to the titles and I couldn't remember what that one was about. Because they're so, they're not more than, they're probably like a sonnet, like 14 sentences, and you can tell the joke. So my dad knew all these joke sonnets. Had about 4. That's about how long they were. They weren't real long, involved jokes where you dialogued and everything else. Like some of them guys would come in and their joke is to cut you down. And you're a real big, important person, and he's cutting you down. They used to have that on TV a lot. What do they call it? A roast or something. What am I talking about now? I'm just talking. Oh, my arm is falling asleep. Old. My hand is asleep right now. I was holding that phone, like this, You're holding that phone like this. And you don't realize it. Like a rigor mortis sets in, kind of like where your hand just freezes right there. And then you try to pull them apart. And even the knuckle, I like this knuckle right here, on the middle finger right here. I'll close my hand like this, and then I'll open them up. And then sometimes this knuckle will, oh, there it is, it's a click. You can see the click. There, let me see if I can do it. No, they're pretty good now. But when it takes me about 10 times, and then they're good. They move around good. Because I have not cod liver oil. I have avocado oil. I drink a lot of that stuff. I believe that it's good for you. It goes into your joints and all that stuff. Lubricate. We're a machine, man. We got to be lubricated. Well, it's like I haven't taken a shower yet because I've been soaking in oils. You can't see them now because my body absorbed them. But before, you could see I was just an oily mess. But look at how I am right now. You can't tell I have all this oil in my hair and in my scalp and all that stuff. I am saturated with it. What's the name of the oil? There's one oil that I recommend. Everybody should get. The blacks have it. I'm black. I have black in me. Let's see, where's some black here? There's some black. I got black in me. But I got black in me. I'm from North Africa. I'm Sicilian. I'm a Napoli Don Sicilian. Because my grandfather wasn't all Sicilian. Maybe he was. I don't know. But he was from Napoli Don. So he was born Napoli Don. So that's in Naples, Italy. And he was a Sicilian in Naples. So it was a combination. I was a mulatto Italiano. How you have mulatto people in the United States have some black in them, and they're called mulattoes. Well, I'm a mulatto, the Italiano. Here's the story. Here's what's really funny about it, because you look on the map and you see Italy, and what is it shaped like? It's shaped like a big boot, right? And what is it doing? Well, and right in front of that boot, if you look out in the middle of the Mediterranean, is Sicily. It's like a big soccer ball, right? And that's where the blacks came from, Northern Africa, through Sicily into Italy. And there's a big joke, a standing joke, that Italy is the boot kicking the soccer ball back down to North Africa, saying, "Get out of here. We don't want any darkies around here." That's the story. That's a joke that I got about that. And it's picturesque. I mean, it's humorous too. Because my mother was a darky. My mother came from into Duluth, Minnesota, which was mostly Norwegians, the guys that run from the hot houses into the snowbank, from the snowbank back in the hot houses. Well, that's what my mother was brought up in, that type of neighborhood. The Norwegians, they're all redhead, green eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes, manly, and they're fighters too. Because when the Irish came over, man, they took over the cops. They were the cops, man. You better behave or you're gonna, you know what. That's what happened. And then mostly back in Illinois, it was always Irish were cops. In New York too, and Italians too, Irish and Italians. So I got all kinds of stories I can tell you about different things that people didn't know I was black, and I'd be standing there. Like just the FedEx bill that I went into a couple of months ago. I went in to get my stuff third time. I screwed it up 3 times. But anyways, I went back in there. So the third time I'm waiting around for him and Han go and get my stuff. I was having some cards redone and all that. And the guy was standing there. He's a black guy, I was standing there. And I decided, because he had some white in him. He looked a little white, like maybe something got in there. I don't know. I'm mostly probably Irish or Italian or something like that. Lots of guys, Italians got mixed up with a lot of the blacks, the good-looking featured blacks, Caucasian featured blacks from Northern Africa. They didn't have the puffed out noses, from South Africa. You got them where they have a puffed up nose and stuff like that. These had, like Michael Jackson's, woman features. That was his problem. He was in a woman's body, and he was a man. Oh, he made himself look like that, though. That wasn't what he really looked like, people. He was really messed up. He got, oh, God, poor guy. But anyways, I hope God had mercy on him. But didn't he have the beat? Oh, man. I'm telling you. He had a bad reputation with children and stuff. And I don't really look at him good because of that. But it was a reputation. I didn't see any pictures. Have you seen any pictures? Oh, I saw some generated pictures. I saw a picture of him once, naked on TV. They gave him breasts. They gave him bosoms. And there was Michael Jackson standing there with great big kahunas on him, right? Looking, saying, Michael Jackson with kahunas? What are they doing to the poor guy, man? All he wanted to do was help out children and stuff. I just hope he wasn't that way. I don't know. Maybe he was. Maybe if he was, hope he repented. Because you're going to have to repent. Because if you pervert a child, it's better for you to take a millstone and tie a rope around that and around your neck and throw yourself in the deepest part of the ocean. You pervert a child. So he might be bad for good. I'm good for bad. Instead of me saying, I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad, bad, bad. I go, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, good, good. I do good, I do good, I do good, 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 yeah. Whatever. But, I sing with him. I get him on here. And say, what's he singing to Michael Jackson for? Was he homo? No, I'm not. The guy had the beat. I don't give a shit if he was homo or not. He had the beat, man. I mean, he jived, and everybody jived with him. Yeah. Yeah. You get the beat. You got the beat. So, you have to be a musician to understand what I just did. All musicians probably would be laughing right now, or snickering, or smiling, or feeling halfway decent. Most musicians don't realize that why some people wanted to be a musician and they just couldn't do it. Because God didn't want them to. Because a young musician, and especially in today's society, rock and roll star, he's lost his soul, man. He can't make it because the women just devour him. Everything does, and the drugs and the women. And that's what gets the musicians. Most of the people that are in hell are there because of the sins of the flesh. And the musicians, I think, are in a special burning hell. They're in a hell that all there are these wires. They're covered wires, and they're set on fire. And then they throw you in the pit with them. Wires. You get to burn with the wires. All musicians, how do you like wires? Do you like cables? Do you like to untangle cables and roll them up and wonder where this one goes and where that one goes? And, oh, I didn't plug that one in. Oh, darn it. All that work and I didn't plug a cable in. Machine Gun Beyond Me, you didn't plug it in. Didn't plug the cables in. Jeepers. All kinds of ways that you can lose your mind when you're trying to get things ready. Prep time. Prep time is the hardest part of a musician's life. Prepping. You got to have patience. And you got to prep. And you got to look into your surroundings. You got to look, well, what are they going to see when they see me? All they're going to see me here is just an old man can't get up out of bed. That's all you're going to see. I'm not out trying to repopulate Israel. No way. No way. Oh, God. I don't know where I come up with those. Where did I come up with those things? They always come up at the right time, don't they? Oh, my hand's falling asleep again, people. I gotta put it on pause. I come back with a song or something. How would you like that?